Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Riveros. Welcome to Pawsitive Tales ELC Podcast. Today I am happy to have another middle schooler as our guest. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Keili. I'm a student at ELC and I'm here with this great
That's so sweet. How old are you?
11.
Oh, you're so young. Wow, when's your birthday?
April 9.
Okay, you're a baby, still 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Are you like in school?
Yeah.
You feeling comfortable? That's great. I'm happy. So, just as a starter question, just to get to know what you like in literature, what are your favorite 3 books?
I don't really think like that I have many, but I think like a book that's probably like my favorite is like, I don't know if you heard this book before, but it's called God Bless the Gargoyles.
Oh, I think I did, but I don't know what it's about.
It's like about like how these like, I think like 5 or 4 like 6 gargoyles, they get called like names, and like these act like at night these angels come and they like fly with them, and then like at the end it has like these nice things.
You're not spoiling the end?
No.
You don't want to spoiler. That's great. That sounds cute. What another book is your favorite?
I don't think I have 2 other books.
2 other books? It's just, that one is like the one that comes to your mind? Oh, that's sweet. When did you read that one?
I think like last week.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's not my first time reading it. I've read it before.
So you have it fresh in your mind?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So just to continue with that, what is your favorite genre of books? Like, what topics do you like to read about?
Oh, like for me, I feel like I like mysteries. I like that. I like those type of books.
Yeah.
I like to watch those like on YouTube, and like I feel like, I don't know, they just make me really comfortable.
Yeah, I totally relate that. Also, one of my favorite genres is mystery. Have you ever read like a mystery book? Is that
I feel like I have, but I'm not sure.
you don't
though.
have it in the
But
top of your mind
yeah,
right
I
now?
don't think. But
It's
I
okay.
know I have though.
It's okay. Yes, there's a lot, and they have like different type of mysteries. You know, there's the Sherlock Holmes mystery, then there's the drama mystery, then the horror mystery. So you have like a lot to pick from mystery, and I love that. Same. So now that we touch a little base of what you like to read and stuff, who inspired you to read?
My sister, my
Older
older
sister?
my oldest.
Oh.
Because like if we said we were bored, she would be like, okay, then read a book. And like at first, me and my siblings like didn't really like to read, but like now she makes us read like once a week, like on Saturdays or Sundays, and like kind of enjoy reading.
Yeah, that's so sweet. How old is your sister?
26.
26? Oh, that's so cool from her to encourage you guys to do that. It's absolutely great. You're the youngest?
No, it's me and then my brother.
Oh, but you're the little sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm also a little sister. I wish my sister liked to read. That would have been an amazing way to start. That's so cute. So for how long have you been reading then?
I'd say about like probably like 3rd grade.
3rd grade, that's 8 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 years old? You started at 8?
Yeah. In 3rd grade, I would read like a lot of books because in my other school, I barely came like in 5th grade. So in my other school, we would like, there was a library, and I would go into the library like during lunch, but because like I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just like to go to the library.
You just like to go to the
Yeah.
library. Can't blame you. Libraries are usually like a very cozy space for people. So I understand that. I also like libraries a lot. So I get that. I get that. So how many books would you say that you have read?
I don't know.
You don't know, but it's
No.
more than 10?
Yeah.
It's more than 10. Damn. That's a lot of books. What? So, above all of these books, which one is the most memorable of them?
God bless the gargoyles.
Yeah? Yeah, you reread it, so...
Yeah. I think I had it since like 4th grade. Or like
Oh.
5th. I'm not sure. Because we went to like this library.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it. And then they said, I don't know, I think it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom bought it for me. And like, I just liked it a lot.
You just like that?
Yeah.
Huh? That's so cute. Just, I forget the word that I was going to say. Just like, keep it close to your heart because that's so sweet to have a book since you have like little. Have a favorite book since you've been little. Hopefully, when you grow up and you're like my age or your sister's age or older, you can read again and be like, oh, this is so cute. I know I like it. Or be like, oh, this doesn't make sense at all. Oh, that's great. That's great. So, do you have any like books that you want to buy now that you already have like this interest?
Yeah, I've seen it like everywhere. It's called Save Me an Orange. Save Me an Orange.
Mm-hmm. It's like a short
Like
novel
poems, like, yeah.
Poems? That's so cute. Do you like poetry?
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
to read those types of books because like they have like, they're not too much sentences, but they're not a lot. Like, I like a lot like to read like a whole page, but sometimes it doesn't. But I think like the book has at least like this big of writing, and then you skip to the other page. I'm not sure how many pages it has though.
Wow, but it's like powerful sentences.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Hopefully you can get it. So now continue with this idea of having books that you want to read. If I gave you right now $100, which books would you buy?
Save Me an Orange.
Mm-hmm. Is it $100?
No, it's like $13.
It's pretty cheap. Oh my gosh, I wish my books were.
I think like $13 with like 11 cents. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you have it in your mind. You have it clear in your mind. That's great, but that would be like the only one that you have in mind?
Yeah.
I feel like you're the type of reader that doesn't have like a mind, like a list of books that they want to read. They just go and then they're like, oh my gosh, I like this, and pick it up. You're that type of person?
Yeah.
Me too. I do that a lot. If you ever go to Costco, there's this section of books. They're very cheap. Very cheap. And I pick most of my books from there. And some of them are great. Some of them are like, eh. But that's amazing. That's amazing. Also here in library, like when they do the book fair, when you're going around, you can also buy like a book that you feel interest. That's really cool. That's really cool. Continuing with memorable books and all of this stuff. As a student, has any teacher made you read a book in your classes?
Yeah. This book called Wonder.
Wonder?
Yeah. It was like, there's a movie about it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I really like that movie and the book.
Yeah?
I feel like I like the movie better than the book, but I still read the book.
Yeah? And what is it about?
It's about this boy named Augie that like
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, and that like people make fun of him, and then he goes to like a field trip, I think. I'm not sure if like a camp. And he like makes more friends, and then like by the end of the movie he like, I think he wins a reward, and then the movie ends.
Yeah? I didn't know you had a book. That's so cool. It was for this year or it was last year?
I think in like 5th grade.
5th grade? That's
Yeah.
such a cute book to read when you're a 5th grader. That's so cute. I didn't know you had a book. I love that movie too.
Yeah, I
It's
like
so
it a lot.
cute. It's really cute. Oh, that's great. It's like a very sweet and motivational type of thing. But that's so cute for kids to read that. Is there any class that you're looking forward? Like any interest in any class that makes you read more?
The class?
Yeah.
English.
Yeah. Have you heard about the books that you have to read in your English classes?
I think for my class, I'm not sure though.
It's okay.
We had to get like books that were like in like information, like it had a lot of information. I'm not sure what like the topic was, but I knew that we would have to write like an essay or like just to write, and like we just get a better grade. Yeah, but I'm not sure what type of topic it was.
It's okay. No, I'm just asking because when you get to high school, or even I don't know that much about middle school. If I'm honest with you, I didn't do my middle school here, but at least in high school, you get a lot of opportunities to read, even not books, but like what you say about short stories or poems too. So just have it in mind when you're growing up. If you continue with a hobby, do you feel like it's a hobby that you want to continue?
I feel like probably yeah, but there's a lot of things that I have to do. But I probably would read because I have a lot of free time. So I probably would start reading more books to get like more like things going on in like my vocabulary, like
Yeah.
to like there's some things like words that I don't know, and like I like in English we learn a whole lot of new words, and so like I feel like if I read a book and then he asks like, oh, like what type of like what is this, and then I could just like raise my hand and be like, oh, I know what that is.
Yes, that's such a great feeling. I was just talking with a teacher about it, that English, it's a class that requires a lot of skill, but most kids don't usually develop that skill earlier. So you really now and having that interest and just like liking it, you are enjoying your time, but you are also developing a skill in language and in writing and in reading and in analyzing and in all of these great things that comes with reading. So if you keep it up and you continue to like it and read more, I can assure you that English classes will be so easy for you. You're going to be that kid that can be like, oh my gosh, I already read this. Or you can be like, oh, I know what this means. And I love that feeling too. I was also a kid. But absolutely, keep it up. It will help you a lot in your classes. Continuing with more like your reading experience, where do you usually read?
Well, I would probably say like in my kitchen. I like to like sit down on the table and eat.
While reading?
Yeah, I like to eat.
You don't like
I could like no, I just like eat with one hand and then flip the pages with the other. Like I put it up against something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just like flip the pages.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I could never. I'm not that type of person that can read and do something else. I need to like focus on reading, or else I'm going to be like going through the words and be like, wait, what did I just read? And have to go back. But that's so cool. That's so cute. So, have you seen these posts that are like, I can eat without YouTube?
I think I've seen.
Yeah,
like,
you have seen that?
Yeah.
So you're that kid, but instead of YouTube, you're like reading? Is that your habit?
It's kind of like if it's like I'm like looking at like of my phone, but instead I'm just like flipping through it.
Oh, yeah. So you like to read online?
I don't think so, because I get distracted really easily. So like I get bored really easily. So like if I'm like just like looking and I flip in the pages, like, no, like, on the computer, then I feel like I would be, like, I don't know.
Distracted?
Yeah.
You would be like, it's not the same.
I'd rather read it, like, face to face, instead of, like, reading it on the computer.
Oh, I also absolutely relate to that. When I have to read like a story online, either it's like a book, like a scan of the book, or it's just like a transcript of it, I just keep looking at it and I can't read. It's like it's not the same. It's not the same experience. I have a lot of friends that like to read like online, that have like apps in their phones to read. But I'm not that type of person. I don't know how they can do it. I'm definitely not.
No.
So I relate to that. I understand that. So now that you say that, I suppose that since your sister also reads, do you have like a library at home? Like a space where you keep your books? Yeah?
Yeah. And my sister, she has twins. She keeps like the baby stuff like in the baskets, and we just have our TV on it. And then she has like all the little baby stuff, like the bows and the shoes, and then the bottom is like all the books. Yeah, so it's like with the TV, then it's the baby stuff, and then it's the books, and then there's more books on the bottom.
Oh, that's so cute. So it's like a mix between you guys' books and her books?
Yeah, she has her books on this side, and we have our books on this side.
Oh, but have you like ever mixed? Have you ever got books from your sister?
No, because we clean them out, because since like we have a lot of books and the books are really heavy, like the little where we keep our books, we could slide it out, and it like sometimes when we grab the books, like it pulls, because it's glass, so it pulls, and then the bottom one pulls forward and then it falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're suffering from success. That's so cool. So what do you guys do with the books that you guys like take out?
We just read them. I feel like my sister, she makes us like, she'll pick the book, or if not, and in my room we also in the closet there's like a little, like on the floor, there's a bunch of like baskets with books also.
Oh,
more books. Yeah.
There's books in the books and the books.
Yeah, and then where we keep all our clothes, on the very, very bottom, there's books also.
That's so cool. Would you say that you have read like most of them, or do you still have like a lot to read?
I think I've probably read most of them.
Well, you have. If you read one book every week for 4 years, and probably you have finished it.
Yeah, because where I used to live, we had this like, it would like be, you would be able to open it, so it kind of be like a closet, and like it wasn't a closet though, it was like glass, and then you would open it, and then right here, it would be my dad's books, and on the other side it would be my mom's books, and then in the middle, it would be, I think, my older sister's books, and then on the bottom would be my second older sister. And the bottom would be my other older sister.
Oh my gosh.
And then on the side it would be me, and then on the bottom is my little brother.
Oh, so it's like a whole family of readers. That's so unique. That's so cute.
Yeah, since we moved, we had to throw it away.
What a shame. But you have that memory in your mind, and that's what matters. So hopefully, in the next years, you guys can probably build it again. That's so cool. So it was like your entire family encouraged you to read. And also your little brother. How old is your little brother?
9. 9.
Yeah. Just the age to start. Start. That's perfect age to start. That's so cool. That's like so unique for like a family. It's just like your parents and your siblings, or it's also like aunts and grandmas.
No, it was just for like my parents and my siblings. Like, yeah, it was just for us, because like my dad's parents would like barely visit us. Like, they probably visit us like 2 times a year, or like just once.
Yeah. So it's more like your close family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you guys like read together? Like have like reading sessions together?
I don't know. I don't recall like reading. I don't remember. Probably. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Like when you were more little.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So, since that's like your environment at home, here at school at ELC or in your other school, do you ever have like a group of people that also like to read, like friends, teachers, mentors that you like to read with, or that share that interest with you?
Like, let's see. What do you mean? Like,
For example, if you have like friends that like to read with you, or teachers that encourage you to read more, like just more people that contributed to you liking reading.
I feel like Mr. Mills. He makes us read like a lot, and I feel like it's for like our own good because like we're already on our way to 7th grade, and he always says like, you guys are not 6th graders, you guys are already gonna go in 7th grade, and like he like gives us like options, and he honestly, I feel like he's like the one that like probably introduced me to more books that I haven't read yet, like different types of genres, and like yeah.
That's so cool, because that's really what teachers, I feel like teachers' purpose is to encourage the students that already like it to expand themselves, because it is easier for us when we start to like box ourselves. So I'm pretty sure that you have felt that too, that you're like, no, but I like this type of books and I only want to read this type of books. So when you have like teachers and other people that encourage you and are like, since you like that, maybe you will like this, and you read it and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I like this, and they expand you more. That's so valuable, and that's so great, because it expands your knowledge too, and it expands your creativity too. Like now you can go through a library and be like, oh my gosh, I know this book, so maybe this book would like. That's so cool. That's great. But do you feel like your classmates or friends also show the same interest as you in reading?
Yeah, just like a couple people in my class that like love reading, and that probably, I feel like they would read like books like 3 times a day. Yeah.
That's so cool. I wasn't expecting that. Usually when you hear about like the younger generation, because you're Gen Alpha, right? You count as Gen Alpha. When you hear about Gen Alpha, they're usually like, oh no, those kids only like their phones, and they're always on their phones, and this and that. So knowing that at least there's like a group of kids that you can share that interest with and have like that space, that's so cool, because I'm pretty sure that you read more like current books, right? You don't go for like the old ones.
No.
You focus more on the ones that are more recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the old books have more like, I don't know how to say it, but I feel like the new books that are like now, like that are
Current.
going around, I feel like those type of books are like made by like younger people, and I feel like, I don't know, I just don't really
Connects more to you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And also another thing is that maybe it's also because you're very young right now. So you're more interested in reading about other topics that maybe are not the topics that the old books touch, In the old 700s, 1800s, 1900s, there weren't that much books about gargoyles going with angels and being happy. They absolutely exist, but it's harder to find them. So it's great. And it's also for like a cycle in literature, because that's the present literature. So you are living right now a moment in literature when more people can talk about their stories, and they can publish it easier, and they can share it easier, So you're getting to know current people situations and current people points of views and creativity right now. So that's great because, for example, older people maybe might not be interested in books that are now going around, so they might miss some parts of literature that they will like. But you, when you grow up, you can go back to theirs and be like, oh, now I understand this and that type of stuff. But now you are enjoying what is going on in literature, and that's so cool. Have you ever like gone through like internet spaces where they talk about books? Do you have like any book content in your social media?
Epic.
Epic?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It's also like Nora, and I don't know if that's what it's called. But it like, even when somebody's using it, you could use it. And I've read a lot of books. I'm not sure what they're called, but I love
I know. I can relate to that sentence so much. I'm like, oh yes, I know this book, What is it entitled? Who's the author? I don't know.
I don't know. I just like I'm not sure what it's called, but I do remember like in the front page it had like, I know it said like whispers. This is something whispers like I think like, I'm not sure.
You're good. Don't worry. If any listener or viewer knows who she's talking about, just write it down. Yeah, that's so cool. So you do have like a space online to enjoy internet. That's so cool. Do you feel like it's something that you want to pursue, like being an English teacher, for example, or being any career related to reading?
Yeah, I would like to be an English teacher.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if I was an English teacher, I'd like introduce like my students to like a lot of books that I feel like where it made me feel like I could continue reading and like it made me comfortable. Like I'd ask them like Wonder, that's like a really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I would introduce them to that book because I feel like when I'm older, there's gonna be like a lot of like kids that are gonna be born and like they're probably not gonna know what that is. So I would like to introduce them to types of books like that.
They can just know it, get into it.
They can just like get to know what I read and like why I continued and why I like being an English teacher. But yeah,
That's
like
so sweet. That's so sweet. I also when I was little, I also thought about being a Spanish teacher because I really enjoyed Spanish when I was little. So then when I grew up and I get to know more kids, I was like, yeah, maybe not, maybe not my assignment. But absolutely, when you love something and you show that to the little kids, they can absolutely feel it. And I'm pretty sure you have felt it with teachers too. And you will feel it in high school too. I can assure you that our high school teachers for English, they all are very good at what they do. And even me as a Colombian student, like a Latino student, I could understand what they were talking about, and I really enjoyed the classes, and because they give you a lot of content. It's what you were saying about expanding your knowledge and your topics and just genre, and just showing you books that you might like or might not. That's an amazing opportunity. So please keep it up because you're going to enjoy your English classes so much when you get to high school, and even in middle school. I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy it too, and that's so cool. I'm so glad that you have this space to enjoy it. That's so cool. But now that you mention it, when you were talking about being an English teacher, what would you say that is your purpose for reading? What do you feel like is your purpose? Maybe escaping reality, or getting to know more people's perspective, or information?
Probably get to know more people's perspective. Like I feel like everybody deserves to have their own opinion, and it's not just one person.
Oh, that's great. And absolutely, when you get to see more people and understand their stories and their point of view and where they're coming from, you can be a more empathic person. You can understand people more, and that can help you a lot in your like personal relationships, because you're like, oh, I understand that. I understand why you like that. And you can also see other people even if you don't like relate to them, and be like, I am not you, but I know where you're coming from, and I understand what you're talking about, and that's really cool. And I also encourage you to also read about people or from people that maybe you don't like, you know, type of people that maybe you don't like, because when you're very young, is what I was saying, of just boxing yourself, right? Of keeping yourself in a box of like comfort and things that you like, and be like, when you pick up a book and you're like, read the first pages and you're like, this is not for me, and just put it back. Maybe sometimes you should also try books that you feel like are not your thing.
Yeah, like I can get out of my bubble.
Exactly. Right now, it's completely fine if you want to continue with that, because enjoy the time, the free time that you have. Enjoy, absolutely enjoy. Read as much as you like about the stories that you like and the stuff. But if any moment you feel like you want to change a little bit, or you want to try something new, maybe go for that thing that you think you will not like. Because if you try it and you like it, then you will be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I try it. But if you try it and you don't like it, you will be like, yeah, I knew I wouldn't like it, and just you can throw that away. But at least you know. So yeah, that's also a very important thing. I myself, I have two ways to go with that. Either I'm like, I will continue to read this book even if I don't like it.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like it, just because I want to know. I want to know what happens. I want to know how is it going to end, even if I don't like the way the author writes or the characters or the story. Maybe it can get better, maybe it can surprise me, or maybe I can be right and this can be horrible. Or you can also pick up a book and be like, yeah, I don't like this, and continue to read, and you're like, I don't like this. I absolutely don't like this. And it's okay to stop if you don't like something. No one is going to get to like jump to your throat if you don't like a book. That's also another thing. If you feel like someone is like telling you about reading something and you're like, yeah, I already tried but I didn't like it, and that person gets pressed, don't worry about it. Just enjoy your time, just enjoy your books. That's okay. And I'm pretty sure that with your family encouraging that, they might also, when you start growing up, they might also be like, you should read this book.
Yeah.
You should read this, and they can be like, oh my gosh, you will like this. Or they can be like, oh yeah, grab that book, try it out. And just do it. Absolutely. Get that chance. So since you have been like introduced to literature at a very young age and you like it that much, what would you say to kids that don't like it at all? That they're like, oh no, I don't want to read, I don't like reading. What would you say to those kids?
Probably tell them, like, it's fine, like, if you don't want to read them, but, like, at least give it a try. Because, like, my brother, he does not like to read. Neither does my nephew. But, like, he would only read if, like, they're like, oh, if you read, then I'll buy you something. But I feel like parents shouldn't, like, be like that, because then once they're like, okay, I'm not going to get you anything, then I feel like they will stop reading. So I would probably just give it a try and see if I like it or not. And if probably just try like digital, like go on the internet and like search a book, and maybe like go like on YouTube and like search up books that are like trending or like that people like a lot, and probably just give that a try.
Yeah, you just mentioned something that it's really cool nowadays, that you can go to the internet to any page you want. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you can just go to like a certain page, a certain hashtag, and just put books next to it, and you can find an entire world of things that you would like. And you can also get to know books from like random videos. For example, like a TikTok that just pops up and it's like, do you know that this movie has this book? And you can be like, oh my gosh, I want to read that book because I love the movie. Or you can go through like posts and be like, these are books that this author that you like so much, or this actress, or this people that you like too much like to read or recommend. So absolutely, just give it a try. I always say this, but there's a book for everyone. Even for people that are like, oh no, but I don't like reading. It's okay, just give it a shot. Try with a book. You might like it, you might not. And it's what I was telling you about. Just trying it, because if you try it, you have a 50 chance that you might like it, or a 50 chance that you will not. But if you don't, you will have a 100% chance that you don't. Wishes for you. You seem like a very smart kid. I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy learning so much English. Absolutely keep it up in your high school, in your middle school career. If that's what you want to dedicate yourself, like if you grow up and you get to a senior and you're like, I want to do English and become an English teacher, you can absolutely do that. I encourage you so much. I'm pretty sure that teachers here at school, at ELC, will encourage you. You will always have this space too. You will always have the library for you if you want to pick up a book, if you want to just hang around, if you want to ask for recommendations. This is always a space that you can come to. And yeah, I'm really happy that you're doing this. And thank you. This is a very unique conversation, just a change of vibes from the other guests that I have. You are very nice, very sweet, and I'm glad to meet you. So that will be it for this episode. Thank you so much again. And yeah, bye bye.